Welcome to Net Front Presence. I'm Matt DeFranks of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, joined by Nathan Mills, also of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, to talk about the St. Louis Blues. And the topic at most of the front of our minds right now is goaltender interference. It's kind of popped up a few times in the last week for the Blues, most notably on Saturday night in the game against the Kraken, where the Blues allowed a goal with 1.9 seconds remaining. That was reviewed by the lead for goaltender interference. Ultimately, they decided that it was no interference. The goal counted. I think we all know the rest of it. Seattle, that's the game tying goal. They score the game winning goal in overtime. The Blues go from 2 points in their back pocket to 1 point as an overtime loser. And goaltender interference became a controversial topic around St. Louis. So, Nathan, just with that goal in particular, what was your view of it?
Man, at first I thought, oh, this is for sure goaltender interference. That was my initial thought. I felt sure, just like the Blues did. And when that was not the ruling that came back, I thought, no way. So I went and I actually read the rule in the NHL rule book. Granted, I grabbed 2023, 2024, so maybe I missed an update, but read the rule, and it does seem like there is the faintest glimmer of wiggle room in there, and it feels like they chose to use that to make that call. Maybe it was an indisputable evidence thing. Maybe it was one of those it's already, we've ruled it a goal. There's not enough evidence to overturn here. But man, it felt slim call, I think.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that Jim Montgomery has talked about in the days after the call. That if it was called a no goal on the ice, it would have stayed no goal. If it was called goal on the ice, it would have been a goal. Just it was tight enough where obviously the lead felt one way, the Blues felt another way. And my personal view of it, I mean, there's in my mind's probably three general criteria for goaltender interference, right? One, does the guy go into the crease on his own? And in this case, Eberle went in on his own. He wasn't pushed in. He wasn't shoved in. He went in willingly and he entered the crease. Number two, did contact actually happen in the crease? And in this case, it did. His left skate caught Joel Hofer's stick blade and kind of shifted the way he moved, right? And number three, obviously, was there a goal scored? And all three of those, check. And yeah, I mean, when you look at the rule book, it seems pretty cut and dry. This is Rule 69.3. If an attacking player initiates contact with the goalkeeper, incidental or otherwise, while the goalkeeper is in his goal crease and a goal is scored, the goal will be disallowed. So that seems pretty straightforward, right? Like, he initiated the contact. It didn't matter if it was purposeful or incidental. It happens. The contact happens while the goalie was in the crease and a goal was scored. So to me, that was pretty straightforward, and there are exceptions to the rule, right? I mean, we talked about being pushed in, and that is an exception. I think if we're going to talk about more goaltender interference calls in a little bit, but
right,
the being pushed in is an exception, and there's also an exception for loose pucks or rebounds. If there's a loose puck or rebound and the player's going for the puck in the crease and makes contact with the goalie, incidental contact, like, that's allowed, but neither of those things happen.